fuzz thing on my arm. Lint. Hi, what is up? It's me. Sorry, it's been a minute. Some time has definitely passed, but I am back for another definitely not weekly vlog. Hi! So, it's August now. Happy Brick Fair to those who are going. I'm not. But it's also, of course, a big launch day for LEGO sets, not with the ATTE. Put your pre-orders in on Target.com or whatever for that, but tons of other great sets launching today that I'm really in no rush to get, to be honest with you. A quick explainer, because I know you don't care. I certainly don't. I was basically recording a vlog. I was having some trouble downloading the footage, as usual. Nothing really new there. I'm always having trouble downloading the footage. But then, like, something else came up that I forgot about. I had to go get a new phone and then do that whole thing, and that was a whole exchange that took some time. And then I recorded a whole second version of the vlog on the new phone, and then I had some compatibility issues and couldn't import those files either, so like nothing was working out. And eventually it got to be like past, you know, because I like to post vlogs Mondays or Tuesdays, and then once I get past there, it's kind of like not even worth posting at that point. It's like you missed the week, and so that's basically happened for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Hi. Yeah, but I'm using my DSLR for now because of those compatibility issues, actually, and I hope you guys will bear with me. Hopefully it'll actually look somewhat better. In the last vlog, I said that I was going to go see Thor: Love and Thunder, which I did one time, and it was a movie. It was a movie. It was definitely So, I was working on the Spider-Man No Way Home project, of course, throughout all this time, and I did have the integrated suit finished for a long time, as many of you guys know, and I actually finally did the separate proper showcase video on the main channel, and obviously I already did like a video or two on it before that, but never actually doing the proper showcase video. So I did that, skit included and everything, got the shots together, all the final pictures, and then after that, and I haven't actually shown this on the main channel yet, but I made the spell box. I painted the spell box. This is a 3D printed piece from Tuminio, and it looks really freaking cool. I'm really happy with this, and I wasn't going to paint it originally because I thought it was going to take too long, and I didn't really want to put a lot of time into painting an accessory like that. But then I was just looking at it, and I'm like, man, but it was so central to the plot. I gotta paint it. It'll just really complete the integrated suit. And so I did that after showcasing the figure. But yeah, that was actually kind of nice, putting some closure on the main Tom Holland suit after starting it before the movie actually came out. And obviously I've also had the Andrew Garfield Peter 3 Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit done for quite some time. And he's one of my favorite figures I've ever painted, also one of the most complex figures I've ever painted, except... You notice I'm trying to go through things fast because there's a lot I want to get to. I still haven't showcased him either, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a video similar to kind of like what I did with the Batman, where it's going to be the 2014 Andrew Garfield Spider-Man that I made all those years ago compared to the new one. And I'm going to do that first, and then the showcase after. And in the meantime, I have been working on, and I actually haven't posted this to Patreon just yet because he really isn't quite ready for a Patreon post because I'm still laying out the basic foundational webbing. I got the lenses painted on, and a lot of the main straight lines going around the lenses and up and over to the back of Tobey Maguire's mask. So making the Raimi suit, man, it's going really well, and making the integrated suit and Andrew Garfield's suit really has helped to inform this process. But obviously I said showcase, and you saw it on the main channel, showcase, single showcase, right? Because I did decide to switch single showcases since these minifigures are just taking so long to make because they are so complex and so tedious to do. And I hope you guys are okay with that. I think it's definitely the better call, and it also kind of gives me the opportunity to make each Web Slinger showcase more in theme with whichever movie they came with, or came from, and I can also probably do that for the villains too, which I'm excited about. And I'm ordering the parts for the rest of the villains pretty soon here. I've got parts from Tuminio for Electro coming in. He made some really cool new pieces since I last vlogged, and then also Doc Ock parts are going to be coming in, and I still have the same plan for Lizard and all that stuff, and it's still happening. The Spider-Man No Way Home project is still happening. These are just really complicated figures, and they take a long time to work on, and then life stuff in between kind of pulling me away from what are already intensely time-consuming custom minifigures to make, and it's August. Okay, now, what was the other juicier part of the vlog? I don't even remember. What am I doing? I've got some stuff to show you. Man, I really feel like I had, like, more to discuss, And in between the last vlog and this one, I have forgotten most of it. Oh yeah! San Diego Comic-Con happened! With the entire Phase 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 slate. I need to pull that up and talk about that. Oh man! So the last time that we had a drop of this magnitude, I mean, not even, was, in my opinion, October 2014. That is when I feel like that was the last moment in history when we had the Marvel Cinematic Universe's whole future unfolded to us on this level. And now, I mean, Kevin Feige just went to Comic-Con this year with just, I mean, arguably the most insane and incredible panel they've possibly ever done. It was wild. So I already watched like the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer, which was just incredible and one of the most powerful trailers I have ever seen. Now, one of my favorite trailers of all time. I've been honestly playing it back so many times, really like at least multiple times a day often since it happened about a little over a week ago now. And yeah, so I can't wait to see how they continue the story of Wakanda, and now especially with Namor and the MCU's version of Atlantis that actually won't be called Atlantis in the film, and just what Ryan Coogler and that whole production have been working on through all their grief. It looks, I mean, like just the highest quality MCU project since No Way Home easily, which I guess isn't a lot of time, but maybe even before No Way Home for sure. Because even No Way Home has some rough VFX, but that's not on them, obviously, as trailers like She-Hulk have made very evident. I don't understand the CG choices with that show, but recent clips that have been released have been making it out to look a little bit better. But of course, we got the first look at Charlie Cox's return as Daredevil in the series, which was a surprise to me because I thought that he was just going to be basically in his, you know, regular Matt Murdock persona, right? That he is to the rest of the world, just as a lawyer at Damage Control is what I thought we were going to get. But no, he's fully suiting up in She-Hulk, and apparently has written in a pretty good amount. So I can't wait to see that. What I am not excited to see is the yellow suit they've got back for Matt. The yellow elements added into the Netflix suit, which I'm happy to see the Netflix suit return, but I've never been a fan of that yellow comic suit. I'm not happy to see that live action, so I hope he drops that after She-Hulk personally. But I'm just so thrilled because I guess I'll just go right for it. Daredevil Born Again is easily the announcement that I was most excited for after the you know, Phase 6 stuff, because Daredevil Born Again sounds like I just said, a direct continuation of the unbelievably fantastic Netflix series, and I can't wait to see the cast return. Just really hoping that Deborah Ann Woll and, you know, Eldon Henson and all those people get to come back, because the cast and the supporting characters were so integral to Charlie Cox's success as the character too. But we already know Vincent D'Onofrio is returning not only in Echo but also in Daredevil Born Again as an 18-episode series, by the way, the whole first season. That's insane, and I hope that that'll make for a really good story and one that isn't rushed to an unsatisfying finale, which has kind of been the trend of a lot of the MCU shows. But all of that being said, I'm going to whip through a bunch of these. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, we already knew was coming out, but of course they got the first trailer there, and we got the first look at what I assume is one of Kang's variants that Scott is going to be dealing with in the movie, and I can't wait to see what that first variant of Kang is going to bring to the table. The stakes set up by Kang the Conqueror were just so thrilling at the end of Loki, and are easily the thing that I am the most excited to see realized live action, especially what he talked about, the multiversal war. What does that actually look like practically? I can't wait to see what kind of the final endgame style battle against Kang throughout the multiverse is going to look like on screen. I hope it winds up looking like what I have pictured in my head, and that a ton of overworked VFX artists aren't needed to make that happen in a timely manner. But these release dates are crazy and really close and concerning. Secret Invasion is thrilling to hear more about. Emilia Clarke, you know, of course we got Ben Mendelsohn in there with Sam Jackson, and it's labeled a crossover event series, so we'll see what that's going to bring in spring 2023, the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy with Volume 3, James Gunn's long-awaited return to the franchise now that the whole film is shot and in the, you know, post-production stage. I can't wait to see how the Guardians of the Galaxy story concludes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They've had such a big impact on, I think, all of our lives as characters, and have brought so much fun and joy to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as they took us out into the cosmic realm of the MCU for the first time outside of Thor, and have given us so much throughout all the films, and I can't wait to see how their story concludes in this run of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But Echo, I'm not necessarily that excited for, but I am excited to see Matt Murdock and, of course, Vincent D'Onofrio return in that show. Loki Season 2, of course, again, I assume he'll also be dealing with another variant of Kang the Conqueror in his series, second season, which is going to be awesome. Not really sure what the set photos we've been seeing really mean. Definitely not what I expected the first look at the series to be like, you know, having to do with McDonald's, but it's looking, I assume it's going to be great. Loki Season 1 was phenomenal. The Marvels is going to be great. I watched all of Miss Marvel, of course, didn't do reactions, but Kamala Khan's story and the performance there was just so good from that cast, and it was just such a fun, lighthearted series, and I can't wait to see her meet Carol Danvers finally officially and link up with Monica Rambeau for what I hope to be a pretty wild sequel that hopefully I'll enjoy personally a little bit more than the first movie. But yeah, really excited for those three characters to meet. And also Blade, which is actually filming this year, apparently. That's very exciting, with Mahershala Ali. And also, I believe we have Kit Harington in that movie too. And of course, he was set up at the end of Eternals, so that's thrilling. Ironheart, who's being introduced in Black Panther Wakanda Forever and getting her own Lego minifigure already in the new Black Panther sets, which actually, by the way, I did do a video on. The new Lego Black Panther Wakanda Forever sets look really good for the most part, aside from the few usual corners cut, unfortunately, from Lego's part. But Agatha, Coven of Chaos, for some reason there is like a sudden disdain for this series, which I don't really know why. I don't think an extra Agatha series is really too big of a deal. I think it's actually pretty harmless, and it's great to have it exist on Disney Plus, even if it doesn't necessarily wind up contributing to the MCU as much as people would want, and even if the story winds up probably potentially being slightly weaker than people are expecting. But we also have no idea what it's going to be like. But Catherine Hahn is amazing, so I have no doubt they're going to come up with something really special, especially with WandaVision being the template. But also Captain America New World Order is going to be coming out in 2024 as well, May 3rd, 2024, pretty much just on Star Wars Day. And that is, of course, Anthony Mackie's first film in his new trilogy as Captain America, so very excited to see that and what he's going to be working on with Sebastian Stan, and no doubt Wyatt Russell, who I think will also be in Captain America New World Order, and then shortly thereafter we're probably going to see him in Thunderbolts. Unfortunately, I don't think that Red Hulk is really going to be a possibility for that series anymore with the unfortunate passing of William Hurt. But that being said, man, I mean, still so many possibilities in there. You know, Zemo is going to be in there, I'm sure. With Wyatt Russell, of course, being the U.S. agent, you can probably get Sharon Carter in there too, played by, of course, Emily Van Camp, and just so many possibilities for the Thunderbolts show. I mean, I think that's really thrilling that they're basically now Marvel is going to be realizing the MCU version of the Suicide Squad. So that's going to be, I hope, really, really great. But of course, that kind of starts to bring us into Phase 6, because Kevin Feige at the panel announced that, of course, Phase 5 will be wrapping up with Thunderbolts, because now the phases are moving much quicker thanks to Disney Plus and the super increased frequency of projects coming out, which I think the MCU's next couple of years is really going to be a test of its overall longevity into, I guess, the later 2020s, because as we move already into the end of 2024, just a couple years from now, a little over a couple years from now, we're going to be finally introduced to the new Fantastic Four, which I personally am so excited for. I mean, personally, I just need the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe will be complete forever, in my opinion. That being said, I am hoping that John Krasinski maintains the role as the MCU's 616 main Reed Richards. I know that's kind of, for some reason, an unpopular opinion, but I really like him in the role, and it works for me, even though the variant that he played in that CG suit kind of humiliated himself. Not exactly the smartest man alive, but I think he certainly can be in the main 616 universe. But D23 is going to be coming with a bunch of unannounced projects in between the Fantastic Four in 2024, and then also the two biggest films that were announced to wrap up what is now being dubbed, all of this being dubbed, the Multiverse Saga, with two back-to-back Avengers films. Not just 1 year splitting them up like last time, but now only a few months, because Avengers 5, Avengers the Kang Dynasty, is releasing in May of 2025, and then right after that, in November of 2025, Avengers Secret Wars. Avengers Secret Wars is coming. And I'll be honest, guys, I was not expecting that. I don't think anybody was expecting that. That is a super bold and ambitious thing to attempt to do again, especially because the Russo brothers were notorious in saying that filming back-to-back Avengers movies was just not a good thing for anyone, really, even though it worked out in the end. So even though the Shang-Chi director has been announced to be helming Avengers 5, The Kang Dynasty, which is very exciting, The director has yet to be announced for Secret Wars, and I mean, I guess if you're doing 2 entirely separate productions with the 2 directors just communicating, I guess that's still doable, and more doable back to back rather than having just one pair do them both, like the Russo brothers. So guys, I mean, that is so exciting. And to me, what I am just so thrilled by is just that return of having something to look forward to, right? In 2014, October 2014, when Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2 got announced, I just always had something to look forward to for all those years leading up, and then was able to celebrate Infinity War to the best of my ability, and it was all so worth it. And then a ton of lack of reference that didn't allow me to make the same kind of a showcase for the launch of Avengers Endgame, then kind of just condemned that showcase to the eternal back burner that I'm hoping to bring it back from. But the point is here, actually, I don't know what the point of me mentioning that was, but personally, this might be an unpopular opinion, but me being so excited for the stakes set up for Kang the Conqueror and his multiversal war and what that's actually going to look like practically on screen, I'm so excited for Avengers the Kang Dynasty. That's so awesome, and I can't wait to see it. A lot of people are worried that the Fantastic Four won't have enough time to develop, and that by the time you get to Secret Wars, Doctor Doom kind of will not have achieved that, you know, larger-than-life villain status that Thanos kind of was built up to before Infinity War, even though Thanos had super limited appearances and barely any at all before Infinity War actually came out. So I think it's all going to work out. What I am worried about, and I share everybody else's concern with this, I don't know about these release dates, man. I don't know about jamming all this together like this. I have a feeling most of these release dates are not going to make it. I think this schedule, this slate, is going to be shifted around so much. I mean, you still have to eventually drop in the next Spider-Man movie. Sony has to announce where that's going to be dropped in. And all these other projects that they still have yet to announce at D23. It's like 12 movies and shows. It's just kind of insane at the moment, and I think that Avengers the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars definitely need to be more spaced apart, because that's kind of crazy. And not necessarily for fans like us, but because, I mean, I don't think there are enough VFX houses in the world that can meet all of these deadlines. I mean, does Disney intend to open up 2 or 3 more of their own VFX houses? Because, I don't see how any of this is practically going to work. It's thrilling, it's exciting, ambitious is an understatement, but how is it all actually gonna happen? That's so many productions running at once. I'm a little worried for the quality, for sure. But that's pretty much it for the remainder of the MCU's Phase 4, which is wrapping up with Wakanda Forever really soon here. And then also, of course, now we know almost, at least the majority of the slates for Phase 5 and 6 already, at least like 2/3 of them. So, guys, the future is bright, the future is exciting, the future is concerning. The MCU is a huge part of my life and all of your lives, so this is all now a huge part of what we all have to look forward to every day. And so, I'll tell you right now, there's no possible way with release dates this close together that even at my best would I ever have been able to make custom minifigures for every one of these projects. It's kind of insane, but I'm certainly hoping to do better, and so long as the costumes aren't wildly complex like the costumes from Spider-Man No Way Home have been and are going to continue to be, maybe I will be able to celebrate these shows as they come out. But we will see. The vlog is long here, so I just kind of wanted to wrap things up with, you can leave now, by the way, if you want, but I wanted to wrap things up with some really random shit, beginning with Black Series Cobb Vanth, deluxe figure that really shouldn't be deluxe. Really great figure, though. Not happy about the price point I paid for him. And really not happy about the price point I paid for this guy either. This is Boss Man, my boss from Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mr. Saw Gerrera. Check him out. Just got his first glimpse in the Cassian Andor trailer, which was really awesome. Really cool to see Forrest Whitaker back in the role of Saw. But also, I've got a couple, actually 3, Old Republic Troopers now re-released from 2011 in the same card back, the same figure, just released, you know, over a decade later because they were a really great figure, Hasbro knows that they still have the resources and just literally repack them. I pre-ordered those like over a year ago at this point too, so those have been a long time coming. What hasn't been a long time coming is this super random George Lucas figure that I really regret buying and pre-ordering. That's something I have to get rid of now, but what I'm not getting rid of are definitely these two guys. Check these out. We've got a couple Maul DeLoreans and Maul Super Commandos from the Clone Wars, which is really exciting to see because, of course, there's a really great 3 3/4 inch Clone Wars Siege of Mandalore Maul figure to go with these, and in the Siege of Mandalore 3 3/4 inch vintage collection displays. And also, we got a couple more Rogue One figures on top of Saw Gerrera that came in. Actually, Bodhi Rook is not new. I don't know why he's here. But Galen Erso, which is kind of the infamous pre-order figure that was put up for pre-order with the other pilot, Merrick, in like, I don't know, it was June of 2021, and they just got delayed indefinitely and forever, and I actually thought they might be the first Hasbro Star Wars Black Series figures to never actually come out. Randomly, they produced these, they did start to hit stores and on Target.com finally, and now I've got an overpriced Galen Erso, who is a character that I only really care about because the prequel novel by James Luceno was about, you know, Galen Erso and his wife, Lyra, and Jin and their family before Rogue One, was really good and made me attached to the Ersos before I ever actually wound up seeing Rogue One. So this guy has a bit more meaning to me than most. Now I wanted to kind of wrap up the vlog here, this talking vlog, with some really, I don't want to say really unfortunate news, but just kind of an update. I won't really be doing reactions for Cassian Andor. You probably noticed there wasn't one for the trailer. I didn't really have much of a reaction beyond just really being amazed by the production value, and it just looks so consistent and incredible. I kind of wish that Obi-Wan Kenobi saw a similar production value, but that's okay. I was really thrilled to be a part of that, and you know, I think that Andor is just really going to set a whole new standard for what Star Wars on Disney Plus can be, and I just hope that across the 12-episode run that they really were able to put together something special, and so far it's really looking like they have. And that being said, yeah, I'm not going to be doing reactions for the Andor series and really much of anything until The Mandalorian Season 3, and putting reactions largely on pause because, to tell you the truth, it's just like a lot of time, you know, a lot of file space and a lot of time editing to get those up, and it's just like I want to focus more on my custom minifigures right now and the main channel and just kind of stick to the vlogs here for the moment. I hope you guys can understand that, and hopefully I can fix my compatibility issues because I want to switch back to my phone, which makes for a slightly more dynamic vlog. But I appreciate you guys bearing with me, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out with me and chatting about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'll see you for Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 2 showcase pretty soon here. Take care, and as always, keep creating. All right, bye-bye.